Hey, Nikkei Canadajin here, and today I was able to interview Natsuko, a college student living in Japan, and her thoughts on what it's actually like living alone in Japan. So make sure you stay until the end of this video, and make sure to smash that like button to appease the sushi gods of YouTube. Okay, hey, so what's up everyone, Nikkei Canadajin here, and today I'm joined by my good friend Natsuko. Natsuko, thank you so much for coming on. It's always nice talking with you.
Thank you.
Thank you. But for you, I know you recently moved out on your own to an entire different prefecture than where you're originally from. So I'm curious, right now, what's the kind of like life like as a Japanese girl living in Japan by herself? And for yourself personally, I'm curious, like what are some of the good points about living alone and having your own place?
I can spend more time to my to I can spend more time to myself.
Okay.
Yeah, and I can choose the utensils, kitchen utensils, or every home utensils.
Okay.
So it's fun to choose.
Oh, that's great to hear. So like, for example, you can like you said, you can choose your utensils. I'm guessing you can choose like what kind of background you want or a poster or whatever you
Yeah.
want. You can decorate it by yourself,
Mm,
however you like. So
yeah.
like complete freedom, right? That's great
It's
to
fun
hear.
for me.
That's great to hear. So besides decorating, is there anything else that you really like about living alone, like away from and or apart from your family? Any other good points?
Uh, I can go back to my home at late.
Okay. Wait. So are you saying when you lived with your family before, did you have
Yeah.
to be home at a certain time?
Yeah, and at least 11 or
10 o'clock,
p.m.
really?
Yeah.
So little early then, right?
Early.
Especially like on a Saturday or a Friday night. I imagine you kind of just want to hang out with friends. So
Mm,
so you're saying like right now you have no curfew, you can come home at whatever time you want.
mm, yeah. So I can spend more time with my friend.
That's really great to hear. And so I'm curious for yourself then. Living alone though, it must be a little bit hard as well. What are some
Yeah.
of the things you miss about living with your family versus living by yourself?
My mother's dishes and
Uh,
my mother's dishes. I miss my mother's dishes, and the most lonely things is when I woke up in the morning,
mm,
there's no one to talk to. So
uh,
if I said good morning, there's no me. So
oh, I see.
it's a little sad for me.
I
So
definitely understand that.
mm,
Yeah, and
I am
yeah.
talking. I am talking on my phone with my friend who lives in who live by herself.
Oh, that's great to hear. So you can have like a support network for each other then.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Mm,
that's great to hear. And I completely agree with you. Like when you said you miss your mother's cooking her dishes, right? I
yeah.
completely understand because like
Mm,
it's not just about food, it's about that connection with that person through food. So I
mm,
completely understand where you're coming from that. for that. And yeah, it's the same thing for me. Like for me personally, I really miss my mom's home cooking, especially
Mm.
especially oh, what was it? Which one was it? Oh, my mom used to make like spare ribs all the time. So
Uh,
delicious,
mm,
so juicy, so tender. I loved it. And even to this day,
mm,
I still miss her cooking.
mm-hmm,
So I completely understand for that.
mm-hmm. I understand.
And I'm curious for you then, since you're living alone in Japan, and you told me before, like now that you don't have any curfew, you can come home at whatever time you want, 1 o'clock,
Yeah,
2 o'clock, whatever time. So
yeah.
I'm curious though, since you are living in Japan by yourself, do you feel scared or frightened when you go out at night, or do you think it's pretty safe in Japan?
Yeah, it's maybe safe, but we have to, we need to be careful.
I definitely can understand that feeling, but I'm curious for you, like for walking from the station back to your place, for example, do you feel pretty safe doing that, or is there, or do you feel a little scared, or what's your feeling about that?
Especially my place is lighted, so it's safe, maybe.
Okay, oh, that's great to
Mm,
hear. So
yeah,
you,
great.
so you don't feel scared or afraid going back to your place by yourself then?
Mm, mm,
Oh, that's great to hear then. Yeah, I think for me, like in Japan, even if I'm going out for a walk at 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock at night, I feel completely safe.
mm,
And but if I did the same thing like back in Canada, I
mm.
wouldn't necessarily feel so safe. I would probably be like looking over my shoulder, like, is someone following me?
Yeah,
But yeah, I definitely agree with you. Like, as long as like the streets that you're walking on, it has lights, it's lighted up, then it really isn't a problem. So that's really great to hear that even
mm,
when you're walking by yourself at night back to your house, you still feel safe. That's really great to hear, Natsuko. And thanks for sharing
yeah.
that. And and I'm curious then, for yourself then, what are kind of like the three most difficult things about living by yourself?
uh, it is difficult to make money.
I can imagine, especially as a college student too. It must be a little hard,
Mm,
right?
yeah, hard for me.
Uh,
And uh, I have to decide my limitation by myself, so it's hard to me.
okay. What do you mean by limitation?
Yeah, I have to wake up at early tomorrow,
Yeah.
or I have to have this money to keep, or
Okay.
what I have to decide what I eat for my healthy.
Ah, I completely
So
understand that. So you have to decide everything, right? So,
yes,
and you're responsible for everything as well, for, like you said, for money, for waking up, for your health.
yeah,
So
yeah,
your parents aren't there to kind of help you and guide you. It's
mm,
your responsibility now. You have to do it.
mm, yeah,
Wow.
that's right.
Yeah, I completely understand for that. Is there anything else that you find difficult living by yourself?
Mm, yeah. Uh, when I come to here,
Yeah.
I'm really nervous to ride on train because I was living in rural.
Ah, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so it's hard to ride 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 a
Oh, right, the
correct
train.
train. Yeah,
Oh, yes, I completely agree with you for that. Because
yeah,
especially since you're in such a bigger city now, There's many
Yeah.
trains, they're going different
Mm,
directions. And one thing I didn't realize when I first came to Japan was that some trains, depending if you're taking local train or if you're taking like a semi-express train, it doesn't stop at every single station. Sometimes it skips stations, right?
yeah, yeah, right.
So yeah, I completely understand how you feel about like, oh my gosh, how do I choose the right train to get on?
Yeah, so I miss a lot of train.
But you made it back to your apartment, so you must be getting a lot better now.
Yeah, better than before, I think.
That's great to hear.
Mm.
Same for me as well. So yeah, I definitely think that is definitely one of the bigger things. Like you said, transportation in a bigger city is a lot
Mm.
harder to kind of figure out and to commute in. And is there anything else that you find like kind of difficult right now that you didn't before, live since you're living by yourself?
Mm.
So you said
Yeah.
money and food, transportation.
Mm. Um, I thought nutritions. I have to have nutritions.
Ah,
The food balance is important. I I found that.
oh,
Yeah.
okay.
When
So
when
for
I when I
nutrition.
living. Yes. So
Oh, okay. So I'm curious. You said nutrition is a little bit harder for you then. Then I'm curious for you, what do you usually eat?
I usually eat natto and rice. So
Oh, that sounds pretty
nothing else.
healthy.
Healthy, but I want to have more vegetables or more fruits, but it's expensive, so I couldn't buy it.
Ah, I see.
Yeah,
Wow, but
and
good
I'm
for
living
you.
by. Sorry,
Sorry, go ahead.
I'm living by myself. So if I bought, if I buy big big food, big
Also,
big
like a large
yeah
size or large container
large
of
size,
something.
yeah,
Yeah.
large size. I couldn't use it all,
Oh,
and
because it's only you.
it's become really bad smell, and so yeah, I have to pay attention to it.
Yes, I completely agree with you. Like
Yeah.
for myself too, like just recently, I bought a lot of Parmesan cheese, like a lot of it, and I don't use it every day. So
Mm.
I found like I checked this morning. It's like I looked at the day. It's like, oh, it expired 6 months ago. Oh no.
Yeah. I understand the feeling.
Yeah, but I think for me, I kind
Mm.
of look at the expiration date. It's like, is it still okay? Maybe I can use it. So 50-50 chance for me.
uh,
Don't do that. Don't do that.
okay.
Definitely, if you can do it, be
Mm.
safe. And for
Mm.
all the viewers out there, just be safe and get a new one. It's the easiest solution.
Okay.
And I'm curious for you then, since you are living by yourself, and
Yeah.
especially as a female, as a woman as well, is there any special advice you would give to other females who are maybe just starting out living by themselves?
For women,
Yeah,
don't hang your underwear outside.
really?
Underwear, lingerie.
Oh, yeah, I understand that. Why?
Why? If it's it was found, if it's found by someone, uh, someone thought there is a woman
Oh,
who
okay.
it's dangerous, and that's my mother's thought. And
Oh, that's good advice.
maybe a lot of student who is a lot of girls have to do that and doing right now.
Ah, yeah, I think that is definitely good advice. I heard it's because if you only have, or actually I heard like from some of my friends as well that not only do they do that, but they also hang if they're single and living alone, that they also hang out like for example men's underwear like boxers just
Mm,
just as a precaution because then someone might think, oh, she's living with her boyfriend or
mm,
so I think, yeah, definitely just not hanging that up and maybe doing it in a separate place. That's really good advice. And thank you for
yes,
sharing that. Appreciate it. So I'm going to
yes.
ask you some random questions. Just the first thought that comes into your head, just say it out loud.
Okay,
Okay, so are you ready?
ready.
All
Go.
right.
Okay.
Okay. So first one, who is your favorite Japanese singer?
Back number.
Okay, and who is your favorite Japanese actor or actress?
Sasaki Nozomi.
Nice. Good choice. Good choice there. And what is your favorite food?
Ah, chocolate.
I agree with that choice. All chocolate is delicious.
I love it.
Yeah, me too. And last question then. What is your favorite movie?
Titanic.
Oh, very romantic. Good choice as well. Anyway, Natsuko, thank you so much for coming on. Really appreciate it. And hope you have a great night.
Thank you.
Thank you. So let me know in the comment section down below what your thoughts are about living alone in Japan is really like. And if you want exclusive Japanese sweets delivered right to your door straight from Japan, then don't forget to check out Japan Candy Box. Click the link in the description box down below to get free worldwide shipping on all your orders. And until next time everyone, stay waku waku.